Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of reviewing all of the submissions for the second build challenge, the starter Boat Gloat. In the previous video I looked at the first 8 that were submitted to me sequentially, and now we're continuing with the next 8. So there's no particular order, we're just going to review all of them and then we'll go to the semi-finalists and finalists and all that good stuff. So let us begin. Now, just before I do begin with each of the creations, I just want to say thank you for watching the first video. Thank you for all the comments and all the activity on my Discord server. One of the comments that actually came that I want to just address was that people were saying, you know, if someone's breaking the rules, like not naming the creation right or not putting a description, whatever, they should not be allowed to compete. And because this is only the second build challenge, I am going to be a little more relaxed with these rules, but the next time around we're gonna have strict rules, and that if you don't follow, your creation will not even end up in this video. That said, if you are not listening to the rules, you can consider your craft disqualified, but I'm not gonna mention in this video who's disqualified, who isn't. Just like in the previous challenge, the Van Man, someone submitted a monster truck and I still showed it, but that was technically breaking the rules. So I just wanted to address that really quickly with everyone. Thank you to all that have submitted, and especially thank you to all that have submitted and have adhered to the rules that I set forward as part of this challenge. The first boat is submitted by user Zynoa123. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize, but it is this cool looking boat. And just from first glance, I love the shape. I think that this is going to be really cool to look at and explore. Just looking at, again, the shape is super cool. It reminds me of almost like a tugboat, rescue boat. And looking through all the pictures, it looks cool. Now down here it says, this is the Sprat and Prey. So did I miss something? Is it Spray and Prey? Well, here it says Spray and Prey, so I'm guessing it is a typo. So this is the Spray and Prey. This ship is designed to be a fire rescue, search and rescue, tugging, and exploring. Cool, so it is a tugboat as well. This ship has 2 V12 motors that are cooled with seawater, powering 2 props. It comes with all the necessary gear for repairing both underwater and a seawater water cannon. Cool. So it has water cannon, winches, radar, map, auto searching, spotlight, generators, medical bay, and EXC, etc. maybe, or I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if I messed that up, but let's take a look at the boat. Taking a look at the shape of this ship, it looks really cool. I do love the design of it, all the little details, all the things on the roof, and almost the horseshoe shape. Like, look at that, especially the back here, like it's wide. It maximizes the space in terms of width, so it's wide, but it looks so cool. Like, I do want to bring attention to these details, like these little arches and stuff. Like, it's a really nice looking designed bridge and superstructure here. And I do want to bring attention to these lights. I think this is a super clever way to conceal and have lights. Just so, like, I don't know, I just love how that looks. Beautiful design work, nice coloring, and actually if you take a look underneath as well, you will see that there's a ton of things going on down there with all sorts of fins and propellers and lights and sensors. So this is a technologically advanced little boat. If we hop aboard, you see here we got our water cannon, we got this winch. Over here there's some equipment. We'll take a look down here as well. I see. Gonna close that off. So this is, wow, I did not expect this. So we got ourselves some repair gear, and then there's a whole seating area here, including a medical bed, an actual bed, tables. This is the engine, and we could actually enter here, or engine room, and you could see the engine through these holes, so you could see if it's damaged, and then you could access it, I think, on the upper level. Fuel cutoff. Alright, and then over here we got, oh, okay, both are ways up. What's this way? Here. Alright, all sorts of fluids and pumps. Sweet. But yeah, very nice little kind of crew area. Now it's not attached internally to the main part of the ship, the helm or the bridge. It's not attached here, so here there's no way down. But what I will show you is this beautiful V12 motor. It's literally a V12. It's in a V12 shape. It's on this pivot, and you can see it uses all these hoses because there's no way to get pipes to connect to it otherwise. But that's really nicely done. Then we got, not quite sure what that is, but there it is. And then you got more winches. This is a beautiful little swim platform, especially if it's really stormy. You can easily get on the ship. And this boarding ladder is awesome. It even has magall on the bottom of it, so if you're boarding someone, you can get it to sort of stay on their ship. And I think I'm hitting into this. It's causing some damage. But regardless, let's take a look inside. But yeah, beautiful design. This is neat. You got the generator switch here, indicator light. Like I would just like to see all this stuff labeled. I don't want to be critical, but I do think that labels are important for understanding how things operate. Over here we got a underwater camera and depth finder, so it tells you the depth, camera, and you got all sorts of lights on the bottom. Some more equipment. Here is a radar, and you could actually switch the screens, so you have two radar screens. I don't know where I pulled that from, but okay. Over here, I can't get this one to turn on. Not sure if I'm missing something here, if the ship must be on, but this says that it is auto search. Uses radar lock to catch on to targets and lock on the spotlight. This is hydro cannon, safety tether, and then really cool looking, like super advanced helm here. And if you sit down, take a look at how all that opens up. So that is so cool. Okay, just taking a look at all this. We've got our clock, our compass, throttle. We have 3 modes, it seems. Then we have these buttons. I don't know if these connect. Oh yeah, that's for the thrusters. Right on. That's what all these thrusters on the bottom are for. So that's quite useful. And then we have caution lights, navigational lights, light, driving screen, switch screen to the radar, I presume, radio, megaphone, foghorn, speaker, and some engine information here. Let's start it up. I want to put it into normal mode and see what normal mode looks like. I'm not sure if this is the top speed or not, or if I'm doing this wrong, but pretty much we're getting a speed of 20 knots. Okay, got our fuel, all this stuff, so it seems to be working properly. But yeah, I do like the shape of this thing. It looks really cool, and it seems to be very functional as well. Oh, sticky throttle, cool. So that's actually useful. I do like that a lot. So if you turn it on, if I press 2, then it actually sticks to sticky throttle, which is nice. Or you could drive it normally and not have, like a car, and just kind of have to tap it. Hold heading, cool. Lift fins toggle. Not sure what that's supposed to do. I pressed number 4. Huh. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to hydroplane or not. It did gain a little bit of height there. Anyways, really cool creation. Thank you for submitting this, and it was a pleasure to look at it. The next creation is by user Roto. It's the UC3 Cortez, and as you can see, this one actually has a helicopter in the back. So I can't wait to take a look at this. It reminds me of my Walrus and Tusks creations, the RV Walrus that has a helicopter. You can see in here, the helicopter is actually flying in front of it. That's neat. And then it has some digital displays, a little artwork. We'll have to check that out. Seating area, radio, engine room. Very nice photos. I do enjoy having as many photos as possible. What is that? Oh, the helicopter only doesn't ever really have legs. It has like little, and it does have a second boat too. So that's going to be neat to take a look at. So it says, after careful consideration, the Spanish Civil Guard has adopted a new all-round vehicle to perform search and rescue operations. The Cortez is an advanced rescue vehicle designed to carry the F-111N helicopter and an otter buoy for weather prediction. It contains a weather station for connecting with the deployed buoy or buoy, and powerful water cannons for extinguishing. So it has all the specs here. 56 knots, that's good. 120 kilometer range, 12 passenger seats, armory, radar, laser depth if heat area, if in the heat area, reduce throttle to avoid overheating, I see. And then the helicopter specs. So this thing can do 60 knots, altitude hold, map radar, and then the otter buoy, wind, wave, fog, and rain detection, and it's solar powered. So 20 kilometer range. You deploy the buoy and then you end up getting data from it. So this is a sweet looking ship. I will give you that. I think it looks amazing. And they're using an engine controller here. So let's take a look. First thing I gotta say when I look at this is it looks awesome. I do love all the Spanish text. I've been to Spain a couple times, so I can appreciate that in the Spanish flag, but it looks awesome. It looks like a workhorse. And then you have this otter buoy, which is awesome. You got the little helicopter, and it's perfectly situated above like the bottom deck, so it's not really sitting on kind of a big long deck. And then if I go to the top here, a lot of sensors and things I could see on the roof. I'm genuinely curious how this all works. So looks great. Okay, frequency, this is where you set the frequency. Brakes, so it stops moving around. Now it has all this stuff on it, which is excellent. Now here you could winch up, down, toggle button, solar cell, okay, ramp up, ramp down, that's this thing. And then the helicopter is situated here. This is I love compact designs that utilize all the space, and I have to say this is exactly up my alley in terms of creations. Like if I was to do another walrus, it would be just like this, where it would be functional. Like look at that. The front of the helicopter is pretty much wedged right in there. So I mean, yeah, it's not easy to land, but you really maximize your space by all accounts. And even the fact that this kind of wraps around it, really nice design. Over here we got ourselves ropes. Oh, and if we fall into the water, ladders, always good. So then we got a big boy here. Toggle button, I'm presuming this is for the water cannon probably. A nice little kind of area here to enter. Okay. Inside the main superstructure here, we got some stairs going down. I'm gonna see if I could find the lights on. There is a light here. Huh, roll over. It's like a dog. Roll over. Anchor, okay, override lights, tow lights, something or other. Alright, that'll turn on lights. Some nice painting. Yeah, really sweet shape. Like, even this little step, just well thought out and designed. So I do really like that. Now if we go downstairs here, this is a toggle. Okay, lights, sweet. And then over here we got some seating areas, health. 2 seating areas. And then over here we got our medical bed, more seating areas. If we lay down here. Yeah. So we got ourselves some Spanish. Okay. I like this. Got a picture here. Heater, okay. Over here is the weather station. Presumably this is what's talking to the buoy up here. So when you deploy the buoy, this is where what controls or talks to it, and even it tells you the location of the buoy. I like that. I may have to do something like that for OMA, because that is really like a straight up research lab type thing. Okay, over here, remember our foundation date. Nice. Insert the armory code in the keypad next to the captain's bed. Signed, Ministry of Defense. Sweet. There's a pivot here. Oh, something opens. I think. Alright, then down here we got main battery backup, okay. Oh. There's a bed here with more it's a picture of, okay, a painting of this ship and of this helicopter. Little heater, it looks like. Over here you actually see the water. Where is this in relation to the ship? And how am I seeing water? Is this supposed to be an aquarium or a fish tank, maybe? Thermal gear, and this is where you put the this is where you enter the safe code. So I'm gonna put 64. Let's try. And then if we make our way down here, that's frequency. Insert the armory code in the keypad next to the captain's bed, but I don't know it, so I don't know it. Doesn't matter. This thing looks awesome. And then let's go through this door, see what happens. Alright, now we are in the engine room. Got a lot of radiators, a lot of microcontrollers. So this is probably a repair access hatch if you have to get in and repair something in the engine, so that's nice that it's there. There's a door frame, I see. I'm not quite sure where the armory code is. Anyway, or where the armory is, but I thought this is hilarious. This little kitchenette underneath the captain's bed. You have to get down here, crouching and getting coffee. You get a little burner here, and some boxes and stuff. That's really neat. Alright, if we climb up these stairs. So really, inside this area, there's only 2 seats. You got your captain's seat and a passenger seat back to back. Alright, in our captain's seat, got our electronics on. Rollover. Oh, that is for self-writing. I see. Okay, that's useful. Switch to info. IFE. Presumably it's loading. Diagnostic panel. Huh, not quite sure. Map zoom is here, so we're at 0. If we put 55, that changes. Okay, then we got our depth, auto anchor down, anchor up, engine, and then we have all these lights, throttle, right on. I'm trying to find out how it turns. I don't see any propellers here. So maybe... Oh, also, it's actually not quite a catamaran, but it's like... It has these little hulls on the side that I just noticed now and looking underneath. So that's awesome. Really nice looking hull. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how it turns. We've got our emergency lights. And then you got a bunch of other buttons here. Cannon and things, heater, megaphones, transponder location. Oh, there it is. There's the display. So I guess the monitor, the engine had to be on for this to be registering. So yeah, really nice creation. Beautiful design. I'm not going to test the helicopter just because I want to move on to the next creation, but I saw that it flies and it does that. Who am I kidding? I'm intrigued. Okay. Just a simple helicopter. There's no door on one side, just an opening. Systems. Alright. And then if we turn... Well, release connectors to... Throttle, probably. Oh, there's a rotor brake. Come on, start up. Oh no, lift. I lost a propeller. Anyways, it does fly, it does operate, so if this creation makes it to the next stage, I will test this more rigorously. But thank you for the submission, and beautiful looking creation. The next creation is by Andy Pugh 83, and as you can see, it looks to be amphibious. It's driving on land. Quick start, take a seat, press numbers 1, 2, 3 to enable most systems, use 4 to enable cruise, 5 and 6 to change the target speed. Features: can drive on land, has a water tank for engine cooling, cruise control mode, keep constant speed, automatic engine start stop, propellers, firefighting, ventilation, bilge. Sweet. Just looking through, it has all sorts of equipment, can tow boats, clutch programmed to raise efficiency, clutched propellers, okay, programmed microcontroller to engine to control the engine, tsunami safe while in water. Very interesting. Looking at it here, it looks cool. It looks to me like one of those old riverboats almost, like when you had the days of river cruises and you have like a little superstructure. So it's interesting, but it has a lot of deck space and a lot of equipment. Beautiful color choice. I do like the blue and the red. Got all sorts of wheels here on the side, probably for damping if you hit into things. Even bumpers on the back. Let's jump aboard and take a look. So here's all these radiators. Diesel, we got pump out, we got all sorts of hoses, got the turret. There's a window there, it looks like. Now lots of deck space, lots of seats, good for rescuing people. Equipment, more equipment. There's a winch. And now we enter. Okay, first things first. Lights. Nope. Oh, roof connector attached. I see. That's this roof connector. And then there's more stuff there. I want to find where to turn the lights on. Oh. Disable ventilation to the cabin, engine room, so that's all working now. Got a bed, got a medical bed, got access down here to the microcontrollers and kind of the working parts of the ship, so that's nice. More seating, of course. A flow valve with the I'm guessing that's the ventilation, right on. And up here is where you drive it. Instrument lights, engine auto start, manual mode, high power mode, gear shifting, engine intake, lots of displays. That's nice. Nav lights, cabin lights, that's what I was looking for. Okay, that gives us a better idea of what it looks like. So we do have equipment. We get seating areas, so very convenient and easy to navigate and operate around here. If we take a seat and try to turn on the engine. I guess the instruction said press 1, 2, 3, and 4 to start it up, but that's not turning it on. Oh, it has an auto start. That's what I'm missing. Engine auto start. There we go. Oh, wow. It just kicked forward. So we can have cruise control, cruise faster, cruise slower. Really useful that it has wheels, so it is amphibious. And it has a very low profile, so even you can go through swamps and things and not bottom out, which is nice. There's the gearing. So yeah, really cool creation. Definitely useful for solving these rescue missions and stuff, so thank you for your submission. The next creation we're looking at is by user Mark. And the user puts up a photo here. It looks like a really cool looking boat that even allows vehicles on. It looks almost like a river ferry or like a small distance ferry. If we read this, this is my submission. This boat can do many different things. It can even drive on land because it's equipped with deployable tracks. It has medical gear, medical beds, service for room for survivors. All the scripts and MCs are created by me. I'll admit the boat is kind of clunky. It has some issues, mainly the cooling, which stopped working after the update. Okay, cool. Let's take a look. Very cool looking shape. I'm almost reminded of those like landing boats that the USA used during World War II that carried troops and tanks and all sorts of stuff. But also I'm reminded of a river ferry or a car ferry for very small, like small use, usually a very small river, and you'd only fit like 1 or 2 trucks type thing. So I do love the shape. That raised superstructure is in an awesome place, and you do have this front door that opens, so I'm quite curious how that all works. And if you take a look underwater here, you see that it has these tracks, so it's amphibious as well, which is very useful. Let's see, back here we got 2 propellers. So I'm kind of curious how this works, but I really do like the outside. Yeah, it's not a bright colorful color, but I actually like this color. Like, it almost matches my dock, so it just looks like a big metal thing, like what it is. It's not wooden, it's not even painted, it's just like sheet metal almost. So we got winches, we got lights, we got this stuff. If we go into here, so the survivors actually sit outside, which is interesting, and the medical beds are all outside too. Refueling pump, we can open this door. There's some, oh, don't want to let too much water in. Engine room, I know it's a mess. Okay, got a big modular engine in there. Cool, cool. Make sure I can get out of there. Oops. Or the rest of the video is just me stuck in here. Okay, so that's their equipment. Then we have all this stuff, like we said. More life-saving gear. Lots of equipment. Lots and lots of equipment. Now if we go underneath the ladders, is there anything back here? Nope, not really. So we do have to go up the ladders. Oh, or fall off the ship. That's definitely... But you could also easily get back on the ship there, I think. Let's try that again. Okay, or just fling ourselves up. Perfect. Now into the cabin we go. Paintable sign 454, thank you. The user has actually left me a message here, which I've read. They've asked me not to read it out to everyone. Apparently the update has kind of played with the ship and made it not work properly. But again, we went through so many cycles of updates. Maybe it works now, maybe not. We'll kind of find out. But I do think, first of all, thank you for watching my videos. That's what the user said. But also, I think that it's a beautiful looking ship. So regardless, I mean, pat yourself on the back for creating something like this. This looks really cool. I really like the dashboard setup and kind of the instrument setup. You got your overhead displays here. You got your console, just one rotated piece or one rotated block. Very clean and neat. And if we turn on the systems, again, beautiful coloring. This like kind of yellow shade, and everything is matching that yellow or orange hue. So I really like that. Got your navigation lights that we just turned on. Front spotlight. Okay, we got a couple front spotlights, perfect. Beacon deck lights. So everything's here, track mode and docking mode. Docking mode, I believe, is going to lower that down there, yeah. Or, no, it's not lowering it. So we'll find out how to open that. But I'm going to start up the key, oh, lower gate, raise gate, probably that. And then there's fast mode, and then there's track mode, so you have several different modes. Oh, it did lower that a little bit, so I'm going to raise that docking mode, or close that maybe. Anyway, let's start it up. If we increase the throttle up, just make sure we don't hit into the dock. And now we can go it all the way. We'll put it all the way to the stop and see what happens. So it's slowly chugging along, but if we turn on that, what is it called, fast mode, I do need to raise my gate, I think, if that's what it's called. Oh yeah, there we go. But yeah, this is awesome. I really like this actually, and you got your nice little, like, first of all, I love the fact everything's matching. I love the setup of the interior, and like they said, fast mode, you are wasting a lot of fuel, but it gets up to high speeds. I'd be very interested if there was any way to arrange it such that you can have more ability to put gas tanks maybe somewhere else. But now let's try the driving mode on here, and I know we're sort of supposed to be accomplishing a task for the it's a starter boat, but regardless, we'll see the track mode that it works. Oh, not sure what I've done there. That's awesome. Wow. Now, one thing that I'm not quite sure is when I press up, it goes straight. When I press down, it turns, so the braking may not be working properly. And also, one thing that I just want to comment on is when I press throttle, or W and S, well, I guess it says up and down is throttle. Never mind, it works. Okay, so W and S is forward, backwards, track mode. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now, actually. So now I'm giving the throttle. We're lowering that because that's ship mode. I see. Okay. We'll go forward. Now we're still in track mode, I believe. Okay, there we go. Okay, that throttles up the engines, and then this actually gives us power. So really neat creation. Love the way it's arranged. Like, I love the format of it. That is really cool. Really nice looking shape, and definitely looks like a ferry or something. But I do like the application, absolutely. So really nice creation, and thank you for submitting this. Here are the next 4 that we're going to be covering in this video. All of them look really cool, and I'm excited to see what we can learn about all of them. So let's get going. The next ship we're looking at is by user Flowflox, and they have a lot of photos posted here. Beautiful color scheme. The yellow, or the kind of orange yellow, and the green really do complement each other. The rear deck seems to have a good space. Okay, we have a water cannon with a controller here, a winch. Well thought out design here. We got interior with some seats and a lower level with beds and a lot of engines. Wow, we got 4 medium engines in here. If we go down here, it says boat is pretty much maxing out the dimension. It comes with the useful features: search radar, spotlight, transponder locator, paramedic gear, winch, water cannon, as well as navigational features: hold heading, ballast roll stabilization, active fin stabilized pitch and roll, flashlight, binoculars, equipment. All the buttons are in French, so here's some tips. I see. Power is on by default. The button under the throttle lever turns on the engines. The pad and button overhead and the next to it, the heading display cap in French, are for hold heading. Everything else should be easy to understand. Okay, let's take a look. All I know in French are bonjour, mon ami, and comme ci comme ça, and poubelle, which means trash can. And I learned that in junior high. So let's check out the water cannon. Okay. Very nice feature, and actually very smooth. Not too fast, but very stable-like, so I do like that. As far as not being controlled from inside the cabin, I really do like this feature. I mean, in theory, you'd have multiple people crewing a ship like this. I like this aerodynamic feature here. And this is perfect. You got your fuel level, and then everything related to fuel and charging is right here. This is similar to what I do in my ships. It's just nice and easy to find and easy to operate and fill up and charge up, so I do like that. On the back, we got our large winch, and the rope is here actually, so it's nice and easy and quick to connect as needed. I'm not sure how there was 2 on that. I may have missed something. Anyways, I'm interested what powers it. We got twin propellers, small propellers. I mean, I'm very curious to see how it works, but the 4 medium engines in this thing may be a bit overkill, but we'll see with these small propellers. I know usually these large or medium engines can power bigger propellers. Just also on the note of the overall shape, I do like it. It is quite wide, but that should give it more stability. And then the front bow especially is a very nice shape here. So well done on that. I do like the little superstructure and the mast and all that good stuff. So it does definitely looks nice. I do like it. Now if we make our way inside, I also like the steps because that way you won't end up flooding your ship if there's high seas or high waves. Okay, in here we got our automatic lights, nice, and heater, so all that's automatic. That helps to dry us off. And then we got all this stuff. We got batteries, and then a bunch of breakers to control the different areas of the electrical. Over here we got a display. And here is the helm. Okay. Before I start driving it, I'm going to take a look at the rest of the ship so we can make our way down here. Oh, and down these stairs. Nice. Okay, now in here, I presume is just like a pump and, okay, for repair access port. We got a medical bed, another passenger seat, and then a hallway, and here is the engine room with the 4 medium engines. Cool. So yeah, definitely a good amount of space. One thing that I think I would like to see is in here especially, I do like the entranceway, but I'd probably put more seats because right now, assuming you do a rescue mission, there's no seats on the outside, which is fine. You want to put everybody inside so they're safe. So we got 2, 4, 6, I guess 6 and 7 down here plus the bed. So you could have 8 people that you're rescuing. That should actually be relatively enough. So okay, never mind, it works. Now in here, so we can start up our engine. And then everything is up there actually, which is nice. All of our control panels, and here there's the different lights, spotlights, transponder, and then a radar. Does that turn on that display? Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, very nice. And it looks stable too, so it actually does get relatively good speed. I'm quite happy with the top speed even as it is. I think that you may be able to try out larger propellers and get even more speed or optimize your engines. What I would suggest is try to remove 2 of the engines and see if you still get the same top speed. If you do, then that means your propellers, your engines are already maxing out on the propellers, but if not, then I'm proven wrong and you're good to go. So nice creation, thank you for submitting this, and again, really nice color scheme. The next creation or submission is by user Discarding Sabbath, and you could see it's a fast boat. So that's what the description says. I'm curious to see what these large areas. Oh, okay, never mind. It seems that that's going to be a rocket-propelled boat. I see. So no wonder it is fast. Interior looks detailed and nice. Even a lower area with some bunks and beds. Wow. And we got the Italian flag. If I go to this, they even have a video here. Wow, 100 plus knots. Oh wow. Okay, we'll take a look at this. So it says down here, motor launch, Menaggio, modified version of my Type 9. It is a turboshaft powered twin jet pump search and rescue boat, developed alongside the sister ships. Okay, lake going fiberglass. So it's meant for lakes, which makes sense with the high speed. And then there's a lot of description here. So just Reading it quickly: stabilization fills, seats, waterproofed bridge, firefighting and hazmat, dual water cannons, transponder, electrical inlet, heaters and thermostat, medical bay. We got advanced docking systems, deployable magnet, blinking lights, active when engine is on, accommodation for 2. So let's take a look and see what it does. The exterior of the ship does look really nice. We have the Italian flag on the front and rear. This roof color is nice, the black and yellow. Definitely looks like an emergency ship. I do like this mast. To me it almost looks like an old tree stump, but I do like the shape of it. It's very aerodynamic. And then of course back here we got the jet engines, so that is awesome. And there's twin jets, so like water jets and jet engines. So I can imagine this thing can go pretty fast. If we hop aboard here, we got our water cannons there. Got a winch in the rear. We got some control here for the water cannons. And equipment storage on either side. That's a really nice way to hide and conceal this sort of equipment storage. In here, we have some equipment and the pump controller. Not quite sure how to turn the light on. Oh, you could refill the diving suit here too, so that's nice. And then this presumably attaches to the rest of the ship, so we're going to see that later. Okay. So it says this boat was capable of 100 knots as of the hotfix. So we'll see, hopefully it still is. Now if we get in here and turn on the interior lights and breaker probably. There we go. It illuminates this area. Nice blue color. This button here is to access the lower hatch, which I think is the same area we were in previously. Yes, so. Oh, and all the lights are on now when I turn on that breaker, so that's cool. Okay. I do like this sort of secret hatch thing. That's really cool. Now we got tons of equipment. We got seating, a working ventilation system. I can see up here, I imagine there's crew bunks. So we got a bedroom here, and then we got here satellite view of Lake Como, and the ship is in red. That's really neat. And then the emblem of the municipality of Menaggio. So really cool lore that I see. Now these seats, Kowalski and Skipper. Not sure if that's a reference to that movie with the penguins. I forget what it's called. Someone's probably gonna tell me in the comments. And now let's see if we can start it up. Okay, if we look around here, throttles, foghorn, okay. These are the lights. Well, if I just turn the throttle. Above me, that's frequency. Oh, ignition. That's what I was missing. Now I'm curious. Oh. Are the jet engines powered by the... Are the water jets powered by the jet engines? That's my question. And it's starting up. We got fuel, estimated range, batteries, compass ball, hickory dickory. The time. Speed, oh yeah. Okay, we're doing the 100 knots. Jeez, that is really fast and cool. Oh, wow. That is really cool. And, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't turn full speed at high speeds, but it just did it. So it turned on a dime. really cool creation. Glad to see that it works and it's still doing 100 knots even with the update. Yeah, thank you for submitting this one. Really creative and really neat. I can't stop playing around with this. This is really cool. Like, it doesn't nosedive as it's doing this. I wonder how it would behave at slower speeds, but... Oh. Wow. Yeah, really neat. The next creation we're going to look at is by user Dargino. And you see here that it is a rapid response craft. So there's a photo of it. My submission for the build challenge. It's a rescue boat, goes fast, buttons in the cabin. Okay, there's also jetpack on the back. And there is a fun button next to the helm. Okay, alright, let's see what that means. On the exterior, it definitely looks like a capable craft. I do like the paint job here. And the water cannons on the side. I wonder if they are functional. And then you see there's the mast, radar, all this stuff. And my oh my, there is a jetpack. My oh my. And then there's a motor back here. Nice looking shape. Again, looks like it's rugged and built for speed and waves and stuff. So I do like the coloring and the shape and all that good stuff. The lights up here look like a sports car when I look at those lights down there. So let's take a look inside. If I board it here, we'll go to the front first. Okay, lots of seating, which is excellent for survivors. We got here our fuel and cable. Down here there is access to the inside, but I presume that this is the other way, and then we could also go from there. And if I make my way around here, starboard winch setting, port winch setting, and then there's a jetpack. My goodness. I'm not laughing because it's funny, I'm laughing because it's amazing. What, I didn't even think of ever having something like this, but with that new space update, you really did utilize that, so wow. Okay, we got the cabin here. More seating, we got a clock. Let's see if we can get the light on in here. Well, regardless, we could see enough. What I do like is the configuration. So we have these seats in the back here, and then we have kind of like a wraparound console, which is really neat. So obviously the helm's here. Then this is the water cannons, okay. Main breaker is already on. Radar sweep, bilge pumps. Transponder location, okay. Deploy transponder buoy, which is actually useful as well. Then we have the autopilot. I see, it holds our heading and it shows up on the display, so that's a really nice setting, and the user said that they developed all these programs themselves, so this is a really nice looking one. I even like the frame around it. You can see all this stuff on the roof. Oh, there's even a button on the roof. We'll have to see what that does. Okay, then we got here reverse camera, that's good. Zoom in, zoom out, perfect. Boiler. Oh, is this powered by steam? I wonder. Oh, it could be. Huh. Flare launcher, spotlights. Super secret go fast mode. Alright, let's take a look below decks. Okay, so this is the crew area. You got 2 beds, you got some gear, more seats, and then this is the part that we were looking at earlier. Emergency generator, even that's really cool to have. And it is actually charging it up because of all this gearing, so that's useful. We got a crew bed here. Engine room. And indeed, it is a steam engine. This is going to be really interesting to try out, actually. Okay, make our way back up here. Super secret go fast mode. Okay, activate if bored. No, I'm not bored. I need to try out the thing first. How do I get it going? Water inlet, engine toggle, steam flow, jet pumps. And actually these water cannons do work, and they shoot quite fast and quite far. There's 4 of them. Alright. Now how do we get this to go? Oh, and there's the transponder buoy. I thought that was the engine, but that's actually the transponder buoy. So we gotta boil up this stuff. Oh, and we're moving. Yeah, it's a steam-powered water jet boat. So that's really neat. And there are no propeller or no fins that I see, so it's all using the water jet to steer, which is really neat. We're doing a speed of 50 meters per second, but it seems to be going fast. I mean, I don't know the conversion of that. I'd guess this is like 80 knots or something. Okay, so that's really cool. We fired off the flare. Now what happens if I do turn this? Activate if bored. What is this? Oh. Is it like a game? It is a game. Oh my goodness. They threw in a game here, and you use the arrow keys, and then that's the next block. Oh my goodness. Yep. That's a neat feature. That's a really neat feature. Good work. Good work on that. Alright, now we have another thing here. Super secret go fast mode. You mean go faster than already? What? I have no idea how this is working and what it's depending on, but okay, this is 80 meters per second. Okay, this is extremely fast. Now, I want us to check out the roof. Okay, a disable button, so you could stop this thing if you don't want it to be spinning around. It just is pretty much for fun, so it's not a necessity. And we got our flare launcher, we have all this stuff. Oh, there's a ton of flares. Really neat boat. And honestly, a lot of surprises. I did not expect these, the steam engine. I didn't expect that super fast mode. And let's try this jetpack. I have to try this. Okay. Toggle flight is space and release connectors. So if I press this, toggle flight. They're jumping along. They're trying to do something. Okay, that's not toggled, and now this is toggled, presumably. Even for creativity, and I think that it was working, but I may have, the updates may have messed it up. Or maybe I just don't know how to use it, so let me know in the comments if there is something I'm missing here. But, really nice ship. Really detailed and cool, and some little unexpected surprises that I really like as well. So, good work on this. Good work on this little boat. Really cool. Next, we're taking a look at Lord Bison's Incrediboat. If we could see here, it says it starts for the starter workbench, which I confirmed it is. My one workshop microcontroller is done by some engineering core. It is a map display and visual waypoint finder. Okay, that's cool. I would like to give a big shout out to the devs who've worked their magic and restored the game to normal. Honestly, yes, I fully agree. This vehicle, Merlation Vehicle Works, is proud to present the Incrediboat, built from imagination, as some of us find the starter workbench size a wee bit small for some creations and we would like to have unlimited size. This product is letting the imagination unfold, full pun intended here, as the boat unfolds and transforms into a much larger and capable boat with seating up to 14 people, 2 jet engines, large generator, 6 medium electric motors, capable of reaching speeds up to 25 to 26 meters per second, 4-person medical bay. Okay, the crane. Wow, there's a crane that can be controlled inside or by remote. At the bow of the ship, the extended range fluid cannon. Simply hop onto the rear control handles, make sure the proper config, and blast those fires into a smoldering mess. Additionally, the bow there's a hose connector with a need for manual spraying. Inside the boat, there are 2 ballast tanks filled with jet fuel for extra distance. Jet turbines are thirsty units. Okay. Typically, speeds of 15 to 20 meters per second can be maintained with 50% throttles. Although it has a helipad, it does not come with a helicopter. It will support my RX-118 with the blades powered. However, the RX-14 is similar and a good size for it, but it will require changing the landing gear and facing the maggalls downwards. Oh, that's a link to my little helicopter. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a lot of descriptions here. This thing has a whole instruction manual for how to use it, so I'm very interested to try it out. So at first glance, you could see that it is sort of sinking in the back. That's because it's going to fold out. Even here, we got the jet facing the wrong way, so this is going to almost double its length. So I'm very interested to take a look, and once we do that, we're going to end up taking a look at the exterior again. It says fold here, and there's even some sort of connectors. So let's get it folded out, and then we'll take a look exactly on what it does and how it looks. Okay, really neat interior. Nice coloring, I do like that. Water cannon, okay. So we must find the folding sequence. It said it is to the left, or to the right, sorry. So here, activate power relays. Unfold ship and systems on. Oh my goodness. No way. Wow. Wow, and now it floats properly and everything. And it's not even done transforming. My goodness, there's more. Oh, and that's really utilizing that new update down there. Get out of here. Get out of here. Wow. How was all this folded? Lord Bison never ceases to amaze me. I mean, the ambulance last time, and now this clamps down on that. Even the whole bridge just moved back. Oh man, this thing was a whole compressed little unit, and now it's a full functioning ship that could never start off in the starter base. That's incredible. Good work. Honestly, I did not even expect this. So the whole thing is on pivots and all sorts of things. Cool, cool. I mean, not just cool, honestly, incredibly impressive. So here's the one microcontroller. We got seats. Okay, so now we explore this thing from a brand new point of view. Not like that. The crazy thing about this creation is having like the foresight to make it fold all together. Like, I'd love to see Lord Bison's comment on this video explaining exactly how he did it. Like, did he first build this shape and then compress it, or was it to like I can't even begin to fathom knowing where to place the pivots, where to place all this, have the sequence work. Beautiful shape too, like this nice blue that kind of continues on. Like, how do you even build that? Because when it's all folded up, you can't even paint it or have any knowledge of what you're even doing. So I'd love to know. Inside the bridge, I really like the arrangement of the tables. Okay, so back here we have the helipad for our helicopter. This is a lower deck door, but I don't want to go to the lower deck just yet. We got some supplies here. What is this? What is this thing? I see. This is the crane, the famous crane. Emergency release, release medbay. Oh, so you could... Oh. Okay. I'm just flabbergasted. This thing... you cannot just look at this on a video like this. This needs lots of looking. So we have medical beds in here. We have this famous crane. And presumably, if you find yourself in a pickle, you can release this whole thing, and this whole thing will disconnect and fly off and be probably saved. So that's what I kind of gather here. Crane access code, medical bay light switch, open crane door. Systems on. And we have to type in the code. 204.431, and then flick the switch. Okay. Manual release. Huh. I don't know if I just dropped it out forever or what. But now we have a crane on the deck. Key button. Unlockable button. Okay, now it becomes fully unlocked. We don't actually want that. We want it to stay on these tracks. Oh. Crane base forward, crane base back. Incredible work. Incredible. Again, this crane folds out of here because it couldn't be on this deck when the ship was starting off, because it starts off on a very small sort of spawning area. I see that button is so we can get to the front. More gear. There's a turret. Presumably that's for this hose. Then you see there's some kind of crew quarters down there. So we'll make our way to the other stairs. Fold them back down. The amount of pivots and things here is nuts. Oh, there we have it. So now we are inside this medical bay area. Crane retraction, winches in only. Crane retraction, winches in only. I mean, there's too much to explore in this video. Otherwise, this ship can probably take a whole video for itself. If tower fails to move during unfold process, toggle this button until you hear the magulls connect, so they even has some safety fallbacks. Okay, this is where you control the turrets. Rescue supplies. Down here we got sleeping berth area. Emergency hatch access. Okay, there's a bed. Crew cabin lights. I see, this is to access inside here, and that actually opens that up. Okay. Small sleeping quarters, but nice and good enough. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing working. Must hold. Alright. Oh, I see. You have to press W, like E and Q at the same time. Okay, compressors on. Turbine throttle up. Throttles all the way. Switch feed cameras. I see you can rotate your cameras throughout the ship. It has a horn too. Incredible. Alright. Is it going to start moving by itself, or do we have to press a button? Turbines on. Compressor on. Why is my compressor not on? Front jet trim up down. No limit steering. I must be missing something. Okay, we have to press 5 to toggle drive mode. I don't know if there's a button. Blue, white is none, purple is propeller, blue's water. Okay, I see. So now we're actually operating it with a propeller system. I know I just crashed it and probably damaged that, so let's try again. Now I created a huge environmental disaster here. There's oil everywhere, but I'm still starting off a new boat, and what I will do is use the propellers until we're past the oil spill to make sure that that works, and then later on we will be able to turn on the all systems. But let's start this up now. So hold this, press this. We got our compressor on, we got everything on. Oh, I see the compressor on. It will turn off once this is in a happy place. See, yeah, it turned off because it's at a good level. Okay, now we press 5, and when it is purple, it's propellers. So let's use those propellers to get out of here, out of my little oil spill area. Man, incredible ship too. Like, beautiful details, and just the fact it all opens up like this is really neat. Even got some stabilization systems on the bottom. Alright, let's get to clean water. I've tried out all systems. Let's see if we have our speed. It should for sure be going faster than that. So I think it's still because we're in the oil slick area. But there's clear. And even this, there is a steering mode. There's pink mode is speed, regular green is maneuvering, gray is no limits. So as you steer, it actually does different things. Beautiful creation. Alright, now we're in clear water, finally. So let's take a look at these water jets and how they work. I'm going to turn on the button here. Red. Alright, we're building up speed. Yes, there we go, there we go. Really cool creation. So, amazing work as always, Lord Bison. It's a pleasure to test your creations, and like, I can't get over the fact that it does all this stuff folding in and out like that. Okay. So one thing I'm noticing, I have to keep holding W for throttle. I'm wondering if there's a way to lock it. I'm sure there is. Otherwise, we have to like hold the hold W down. And I'm not sure why I can't get it to top speed, but amazing work as always. And I'm super excited to have tested this thing. I did not expect this, to be honest. So, great work. Pat on the back. Now that concludes this video. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 3, which will come later on. I know that my voice has been a little funny. I have a bit of a cough from talking too much for work presentations, so I apologize, but hopefully you can still bear with me, and as always, stay tuned for more content, more creations, and happy Stormworksing, everyone.